Assure you that Newsline promises to be bigger and better for your sake in 2015. Talking about the new year, what happens on the 4th of July in the United States is often replicated in certain locations in Nigeria when the clock strikes 12 midnight on December 31st. This comparison will make better meaning when you see how the skies lit up in splendor in Lagos at that time. Now, some people always get very somber at the end of the year. This mood allows for them to outline specific traits to avoid in the incoming year. What is the point? Good question, with answers coming later. Then dramatic incidents happened recently. A family is at daggers drawn with a notable medical center following the death of a member, while a man is dragged out for doing the abominable to his child. For trips to faraway places, Peru is where we are taking you tonight. And then we review how the entertainment scene in Nigeria bubbled in the year ended 2014. Also, stay with us to hear how the campaign against gender-based violence is gaining momentum. My name is Becky Madujemu. I will pass the baton on to Rhoda Obo in Abuja, who brings us the news now. Happy New Year, Rhoda.
Happy New Year, Becky. Indeed, we made it. Hello there. Always good to have you join us here on the news desk. First, President Goodluck Jonathan has joined other Christians to observe the first New Year 2015 Sunday service as he worshipped along with his family at St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Otueke, Bayelsa State. President Jonathan reassured Nigerians that in spite of the challenges, the country will move forward. He added that with prayers, better days are ahead for the country. Shegun Lawale in our reports.
It was the first Sunday in the year 2015 and a convenant Sunday in the Anglican Communion for worshippers who came before the Lord to re-establish and renew their covenant relationship with God while committing self into his hands in expectation of a greater year 2015. President Jonathan, while addressing the congregation, thanked the Church of God and religious leaders of all faiths for their relentless prayers for the sustenance of the country in the face of challenges which he noted the entire world is going through.
Continue to pray to God with open hearts. God will surely see us through. I know this country has a lot of potential. We have not reached where we want to go. We have not. It's good as saying we have not even started the journey, but we see a bright future for this country. And in spite of the challenges we have, the little bumps and so on, the rest assured that Nigeria would move and Nigeria would be a great country.
The sermon of the Diocesan Bishop of Abuja Anglican Communion, Right Reverend James Oruwari, centered on renewing a covenant relationship with God for a successful year 2015.
I have not seen anything that is too big for God to do. And what God will do at the beginning of time, before man will imagine it, he had already decided what will happen. This year, the greatest event we expect in this country is election. God has written his decision long ago.
President Jonathan had earlier read the first lesson of the service, while Governor Siriake Dixon read the second lesson. Prayers were also offered for the president and members of his administration for wisdom and guidance, for peace to reign in the land as the country goes into the 2015 general elections. President Jonathan has returned to the State House. Shegun Lawale, NTA News.
Also, Christians in Abuja, Nigeria, as usual, gathered in their churches to give thanks to God on the first Sunday of 2015. Adebola Brusklin Sunday visited some churches in Abuja and reports that rededication to the service of God and how to contribute to nation building was the focus of messages at the services.
It's not by my power, neither is it by my might, but it's of the mercy of God. So I give God all the glory for sparing our life. I'm very, very happy. Thank God for everything you have done in my life. First of all, the children here for celestial home, and I pray that God should continue to uphold us in Jesus' name.
We have always been preaching faith in God, that whatever we do, we should have faith in God, and that there should be peace in this country.
Development-wise, we are praying that this Church of God is going to help in praying for this nation to move forward.
Planned or wanted to be in 2015, but they are no more. But it is by the grace of God that I'm into 2015. It's wonderful. It's a special grace for anybody to roll from 2014 to 2015. And today, being the first Sunday of the year, is a great thing that God has done in my life.
Worshippers were also enjoined to live in peace with one another and to contribute positively to the development of the nation, especially with the forthcoming general elections. Today being the first Sunday of the year 2015, expectedly it holds a great appeal for the people across the world. In Nigeria, churches held Thanksgiving services. Our correspondent who visited some churches in Lagos reports that messages were of hope for a better Nigeria in the year 2015.
The first Sunday of every year is often described as spectacular. People from all walks of life thank God for sparing their lives. In the churches visited, prayers were said for lasting peace in Nigeria and a turnaround in the nation's economy. Some of the religious leaders urged Nigerians to be courageous and have hope that Nigeria will remain indivisible.
First Sunday actually is a privilege, and that the Lord has kept us and made us to be part of His worship. We pray that it will continue to happen throughout the year, where His protection, His love, and His grace will continue to be sufficient for us.
We shouldn't do anything that will create war or separation among Nigeria or the nation. So we should do everything peacefully, amicably.
Prayers were also offered for the president and all in position of authority, as well as for lasting peace in Nigeria.
Let's bring down every power that is working against, manifesting against the peace, the cohesiveness of this nation. Let's bring it down wherever they are, whether they're in government, whether they're not in government, wherever they are. We bring them down in the name of Jesus.
Every true Nigerian I have met, that's not one person that wants this country to collapse. And so we will make it. We, the majority, will make it stand. God is going to help us. God is on our side, and He is going to make sure that it's going to be peaceful for the sake of the righteous.
The pastors also urged Nigerians to shun corruption and greed so that the country can witness transparency in all sectors of the economy. They also appealed for free and fair elections.
Meanwhile, 502 Nigerian Christian pilgrims to Israel have returned to Abuja. Adebola Brucelin Sunday reports that the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission received them at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja.
2014, 13,200 from 22 states of the country and the FCT. Addressing them shortly on arrival Sunday evening, Mr. John Kennedy Okpara believes that the nation will benefit immensely from their prayers offered while in the Holy Land.
The Lord will use us to touch so many people that are going to come in contact with us. There will be good examples of our Lord Jesus Christ, preach peace wherever we go. And I can assure you, God willing, peace will suddenly return to Nigeria. We are going to overcome. Our election will be successful, and at the end of it all of us will give glory and honor to him.
The pilgrims shared their experiences.
Thinking over there, Nigerian good people, great nation, and that is it. And 2015 shall be a very peaceful year. The election will come and go, Nigeria will remain.
But we have prayed that we are going to wax stronger and grow better in development, transformation. Highest limit is our target.
The spiritual impartation we received is something that is so amazing. It's something that I cannot explain. We have gone to sites and we have gone to places, and I believe our spiritual life is no longer the same.
Indeed, I pray for my nation in particular because I have been experiencing a lot out of what has been happening to our nation. Is something that is like a burden to everyone. So I have to pray for my nation in particular.
This batch has the highest number of self-sponsored pilgrims, with no case of abscondment reported. In Abuja, Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
In the meantime, Supervising Minister of Information Dr. Nuruddin Mohammed says the country's agricultural transformation agenda has guaranteed a 25 billion naira agriculture loan to farmers, a policy that has ensured increase in food production in the country. Anthony Forsing now reports.
Nigeria's agricultural transformation agenda under President Goodluck Jonathan has revolutionized agriculture in the country. From subsistence level, it has been elevated to full commercial enterprise through the exploration of the value chain, with farmers ever than before now having access to credit facilities.
Achievement in the subsector are facts that are in the public domain. The fall in the rate of inflation from double digit to single digit has been partly due to higher domestic production of food. The nation's food import bill has also reduced, placing Nigeria firmly on the path to food self-sufficiency.
With priority based on the provision of improved quality seedlings, staple crop processing, and most heartwarming, the introduction of the e-wallet system for the purchase of inputs, which has equally eliminated racketeering in the fertilizer network. Access to potable water by Nigerians, the minister said, is another area the Jonathan-led administration has fared well by increasing access to water from 58% to 70%.
This has been made possible through the efforts of the three tiers of government, together with development partners, in the provision of water supply for the urban, small towns, and rural settlements. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources completed 37 dams of various sizes, rehabilitated 10 more dams, while the construction works on 149 dams of various capacities are ongoing across the country.
The federal government, he said, is currently pursuing with vigor ongoing water projects across the country. In Abuja, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
Now, Senate President David Mark has urged public office seekers to make service delivery anchored on the welfare and security of the people, the cornerstone of their ambitions. He stated this in a message delivered by his wife at Ado local government area of Benue State, where he was conferred with a chieftaincy title by the paramount ruler of the community, Chief Joseph Ochili. National Assembly correspondent Adamu Sambo now reports.
At the colorful and remarkable event, the Senate President received the traditional title of Ogboleneku Egidi, meaning the only tree big enough to cover the forest. His wife, Helen Mark, who represented him, was also conferred with the title of Ofianya, meaning a woman greater than her peers. In his message, Senator Mark told the gathering that selfless service to humanity should remain the driving force in politics, saying anyone who is not ready to make sacrifices in this regard has no reason to seek public office. On the chieftaincy title conferred on him, the Senate President said the show of love and solidarity will spur him to continue to contribute his quota to the overall development of a Igumale community, Idoma Nation and Nigeria.
As one of you, together, we shall strive to contribute our own little token for the betterment of humanity and to the glory of Almighty God.
Also conferred with chieftaincy titles include the Minister of Interior, Patrick Abamoro, Chairman NTA Board, Chief Patrick Ogbu, and a host of others.
And I hope that together we'll build this community of our dream.
The Egumale community used the occasion to solicit support for the establishment of a community secondary school. Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Now talking sports, Nigeria Football Federation commended for training of referees as Andy Murray wins first title in 2015. Details from course correspondent Manzi Marcus.
Members of the Nigerian football family have been encouraged to finally end the NFF crisis and unite for the good of the game, as service to fatherland must not necessarily be as executive committee members of the Nigeria Football Federation. Supervising Commissioner for Sports in Nasarawa State, Emmanuel Brasiaji, said instead of fomenting crisis, efforts should be harnessed by stakeholders towards tapping the talents of Nigerian youth.
And I want to say a word here to encourage Amaju Pinnick, that I've listened to him several times on the media. He has very, very, very laudable plans for football in this country, and I'm glad that he sent some referees to go and learn how to actually refer the matches.
With about 2 weeks to the kickoff of the Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea, the Algerian Football Federation has revealed 2 key players cannot make it to the competition. Newcastle United midfielder Mehdi Abeid has a toe injury, while Trabzonspor defender Esed Belkalem is nursing a hamstring injury picked up while playing for his Turkish club side. Algeria competes in Group C in Mongomu alongside Ghana, Senegal and South Africa, with their opening match against the Bafana on January 19. In tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic withdrew from the final of the Mubadala World Tennis Championship in Abu Dhabi on Saturday, handing Andy Murray his first title of the season. The Serbian Djokovic had dismissed Stan Wawrinka in the semi-finals of the exhibition event on Friday, but the defending champion revealed on Saturday he was suffering from a fever.
You know, it happens. It's one of the tough things about an individual sport is that you can't just substitute players in. Obviously, in team events, you can do that, and it's just an unfortunate way to finish the week.
Andy Murray had himself complained of pain in his left shoulder during his 6-2, 6-love win over Rafael Nadal in the last 4. With Sports News Update, Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
Now, President Goodluck Jonathan has announced with deep sorrow the passing away of his sister, Mrs. Nancy Jonathan Olei. Mrs. Jonathan passed on early Sunday at a hospital in Yanagwa after a brief illness at the age of 52. Burial arrangement will be announced later by the family. And also, the death has been announced of Brigadier General Samuel Laye Taide, who died at the age of 65. Late General, who died on the 1st of January, was a commandant in the School of Ammunition Ojo and Central Ammunition Depot, Kaduna. The deceased was also once Principal Staff Officer to the former Chief of General Staff, late Admiral Augustus Ikomo. Late General Samuel Laye was a product of both Nigerian Defense Academy and the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. A family statement says burial arrangements will be announced later. And that concludes the news tonight. But stay with us, more to come when Becky returns with Newsline after the break.
you find football, you'll find Glow, the greatest supporter of football in Africa.
Everybody feel the groove, oh yeah. Everything is better. I say for taste the feeling of Apple Lacasera.
Lacasera. Get the Apple Fizz.
As the guardian of your family, you know meals cooked with cooking oil are tasty, but they're not always good for heart health. Now they can be with Mama the cooking oil, a smart choice for heart health. It's cholesterol-free, it contains omega-6 and 9 and vitamins A and E, all proven to help keep hearts healthy. Plus, it's triple filtered to deliver superior color, flavor, and taste with every meal. Make a smart choice for heart health. Cook with Mama the cooking oil. Brand power, helping you buy better.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, we were just wondering, how come your AC works even though you have a small
It's
gen?
an LG Gen Cool AC. It works with a small generator.
Introducing the new LG Gen Cool Inverter air conditioner with built-in power-saving technology that works even with a small generator.
So you also use a small gen?
No, I'm buying 10 to reduce the size of my generator.
Johnny S5.5, the slimmest in the world. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved. Johnny M2, 28 days standby time. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
Can you remember as a child when you fell and hurt your knee? Your mum was always there to soothe the pain. Can you remember how she lovingly packed your school lunch and proudly stood waving at the door? Can you remember watching how dutifully your mum would stand over the stove and cook your family's favorite meal with a smile on her face? Can you remember when she prepared your favorite meal with bua pasta? Nothing has changed with bua pasta today, as it's still made the same way Mum always knew, because it's made from the finest wheat and packed with nature's goodness. So share the goodness of bua pasta with your family. Bua pasta, nothing but nature's goodness.
Airtel is staying true to its promise to make 60 millionaires this season, as millionaires have begun to emerge from the ongoing Red Hot promo, with winners of 1 million naira cash prize, as well as winners of other prizes like iPads, handsets, 10,000 naira cash prize, and airtime. Identified winners in the past week are Musa Afeihobe, Umoren Uduak, Eze Henry, Ali Amechi, and Koma Roland. Remember, it could be you next. All you need to do is participate by recharging your Airtel line. The more you recharge, the greater your chances of winning.
Thanks for staying on the line. 4 days ago, precisely on 31st December 2014, most Nigerians kept vigil to be witnesses of the crossover as the end of 2014 rolled into the beginning of 2015. They celebrated in different ways. In Lagos, there is one particular sport where the crossover celebration was spectacular and complete with fanfare and fireworks. Newsline was there to capture it all just for you. Take a look.
It was a crossover night, so called because it was the last night in the year 2014, and people the world over keep awake all through the night to witness the entrance of the new year. In Nigeria and in some parts of the world, most Christians spend the night in church praising God, while many other people spend it in different other ways. In Lagos, the famous bar beach along Ahmadu Bello Way on Victoria Island became a beehive of activity. Crowds of people converged on the beach to have a good time as their own way of expressing gratitude to God for sparing their lives. Live music by different artists rented the air. In the side attractions, the excitement was obvious, and these respondents said they could not have crossed over to 2015 in a different way.
After all of the days of the year, the tribulations, the hard time, the good parts, and then here comes like the last day, and just have celebrated.
I'm here for the first time, and so it's really fun. I really like it here, like seriously. Happy New Year!
2015. It's a great year, like everything is going to be fine. It's just a wonderful year everybody has been waiting for.
For these ones, however, there were disappointments in 2014, but they look forward to 2015 with great expectations.
The chances are very slim of me getting to where I want to be, but yet, trust me, I will get there for 2015.
I want to be big, I want to do things, and I want to be closer to God. Yeah.
I'm not a New Year resolution person. I have my plan every year with my work, so I just make sure I focus on my plan, and I pray to God to be able to at least achieve the most of them.
And then the moment came. It was 12 midnight, the final end of 2014, and the fireworks went up in a most spectacular way to usher in the new year, 2015.
That was brilliant. Don't we all just love the Yuletide? Good that another one will be here again in 11 months' time. Without a doubt, you liked what you saw. At the start of a new year, we all know that it is a tradition for many people and even organizations to make promises to turn a new leaf, do things differently to make themselves better. It is called New Year resolution. If kept, the world no doubt will be a better place to live in. When 2014 rolled into 2015 4 days ago, Newsline put Ken Igbeluge on the field to find what resolutions people have made and how they intend to sustain them.
A New Year resolution is a promise a person makes for the new year. Regardless of what resolution you commit to, the goal is to improve life in the coming year. Psychologists say that New Year resolutions do not always have high success rates. This, they explain, is because many people do not fulfill their promises. Some people make a promise to change a bad habit. Some others make a promise to develop a positive one.
I'm looking at my commitment now to others in terms of kindness. I want to, like never before, be very kind and close to people come year 2015.
I was once, womanizing, and I told my God that, what do I gain from it? Why not deviate from that?
But before the end of January in the new year, most people would have abandoned their goals altogether. So, why do people make resolution every year when they always fail to follow through?
The resolution I made, which I couldn't fulfill, was I'm quick to anger. And I said, God, 2014, I not get angry again. But I thought I could have done it on my own, but I couldn't have fulfilled that, even as I'm talking to you now.
You can make New Year resolution, but it may not be possible to fulfill everything because of the necessity now and the condition in the country. You may not be able to meet the resolution.
I will be able to make like 60% out of it.
I can't say that I make a New Year resolution because Nigeria itself, it didn't give me the chance. In terms of the system, I don't have a job.
The resolution you make, when you make, you just say you want to do, at the end of the day, you don't come out with anything. What is that the resolution?
This respondent may be said to be speaking the minds of other Nigerians when they reel out their expectation for the year 2015.
I just pray to God to sustain me and my family, protect Nigeria.
Spiritual growth for myself and my family.
I'm looking to having my own business come next year.
2015 is going to be anger-free year as far as I'm concerned.
And as true patriots who seek only the good of their fatherland, these respondents have nothing but prayers for the upliftment of Nigeria.
Something good is definitely going to come out of this country.
Pray to God every day for Nigeria to bless Nigeria, there will be peace.
And in my humble opinion, I don't think we need to wait for the year to end before we make a turnaround. We can try every time to better ourselves. However, making New Year resolutions are a good way to start. The intention is what is paramount. Still on the New Year, Musa Toliat went out on the streets of Lagos not only to probe individuals, but also officials of some organizations on what they failed to achieve last year and how they intend to achieve a fruitful 2015.
The year 2014 was a year of bountiful achievements for some, and for others, more goals could not be achieved.
I've just concluded my projects that I have at hand.
I got a new accommodation, I got a new job.
I gained admission this year, and I have something in my account this year too.
I got married, and I have my own place of living.
Some of the things I never achieved, I wish to. I'm breaking into them.
While some could only achieve one goal, others explained why they recorded low points.
In 50 Nigerians, you will find that one is employed. So those 49, they are looking up to you, that one that has been employed. Then what is the gain there? If you check it, you didn't achieve anything. The only thing is just the good health.
The economy of the country is not helping the masses.
In spite of unactualized dreams, these respondents have high expectations in 2015.
By the year 2015, by His special grace, my husband will be promoted.
With God, all things are possible. That's my expectation. They should find those girls. This country should be at peace.
For Nigeria to be a better place of living and good economy.
Safety, rescue, and emergency management agencies also had a fair share of high and low points in 2014.
Both mishap, building collapses here and there, and apart from the synagogue, most of these things were completely down, almost to less than 10%.
Since we started this Operation Zero Tolerance, we have only recorded 5 crashes, and out of those 5 crashes, only one that was fatal, that involved the death of one person.
They are, however, strategizing to surpass their past achievements should there be eventualities in 2015.
The enforcement of these speed limiters, seeing every commercial fleet operators installing a speed limiter in their vehicle, definitely the crashes on our roads is going to reduce.
As Nigerians bask in the euphoria of being alive in 2015, most say they will strive to attain set goals through hard work and dedication. One way to stay alive is to observe safety precautions, which will go a long way to forestall needless loss of lives and property, as explained by safety agencies.
A lot of people die out there on our road due to sheer ignorance. Ignorant on the terms of the use of the road, traffic rules and regulations governing the use of the road.
Disaster cannot be prevented, but it can be, if it happens, it can be mitigated. So the mitigation process, due to the synergy between agencies, will be very, very effective, and we don't hope to see much of any incidents in 2015.
Well, 2015 is a fresh start for all of us. Let's grab this opportunity. The year 2014 was remarkable in so many ways for a cross-section of Nigerians. Our focus in this report, however, is on the celebrities in Nigeria's entertainment industry. Tekla Wilkie has this rundown on landmark events in the lives of some of them in the year 2014.
The entertainment industry the world over has gained a special kind of appeal that cuts across the different fabrics of the society.
Nigeria, we are so blessed, very creative, very beautiful, and this is an area that we need to tap into.
In Nigeria, the different aspects of entertainment, movie, music, arts, comedy, and even fashion have given Nigerians a lot to savor.
The industry in 2014 has been fruitful. We thank God. So far, we've been achieving, productive. We've seen beautiful movies being churned out, and hopefully 2015 will be better.
The year 2014 witnessed an avalanche of events in the entertainment world. Some of the events raised dust and settled, and others left Nigerians in awe and astonishment. Counting down on the landmark events, Newsline takes off with those who got hitched. Topping the list is Tiwa Savage, Dr. Seed, Paul Okoye of the P-Square fame, and Ibinabo Fiberesima amongst other notable celebrities. Annie Idibia, wife of Two-Face Idibia, added another bundle of joy to the Two-Face growing empire of children. Tiwa Bello also tapped that blessing as she became a mother of twins for the first time after 9 years of marriage. Dakorea Konde, Helen Poor, Damilola Adegbite, and Mercy Johnson also tapped from the joy of motherhood in 2014, with all of them smiling home with their bundle of joy. Unfortunately, Ini Edo took the ring off her finger due to irreconcilable differences with her husband of 5 years.
If you ask me, now who I go ask? The matter where we see, so we tell where it starts.
On a brighter side, an impressive number of music artists flew Nigeria's flag high as they bagged awards nationally and internationally. That's not all. P-Man made leadership changes, while the Actors Guild of Nigeria stuck with its incumbent leader. While this was going on, some actors decided to try their hands on politics. A number of them failed to make an impression, but Desmond Elliot clinched a ticket as a representative of Lagos State House of Assembly. The year 2014 also saw Nigerians grieve over the death of movie icon Amakari Gwe and Kefi Branama. All in all, the Nigerian entertainment scene had no dull moment, as Nigerians were kept busy with the good, the bad, and the ugly that made 2014 a memorable year.
Now who I go ask?
There is no business like show business, and in Nigeria, it's a booming sector. Kudos to the entertainment practitioners for flying our flag internationally. Members of the Ogunaike family started the year 2015 on a rewarding note when Vitafoam delighted them with the company's products after emerging as the family of the first baby of the year at the Island Maternity Hospital in Lagos. Musa Toliat reports that other newborn babies at the hospital also benefited in Vitafoam's largesse.
Having delivered baby Ogunaike at 12:01 in the morning of 1st January 2015 at the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital, it was unanimously decided that she was the first baby of the year. Vitafoam wasted no time in arriving at the hospital with different delightful gifts and products to welcome the first baby.
On behalf of the board, management and staff of Vitafoam, we are welcoming the baby.
The first set of twins at the hospital arrived between 2:40 and 2:41 on January 1st into the waiting arms of the Vitafoam Delight team.
I pray God to continue to bless them, God to continue to elevate their business in everything they do.
We want to welcome the new baby into our world of comfort so that they will have the best of the best.
We are improving upon what we do year on year. For example, last year we adopted a ward in the hospital.
It's the commitment of Vitafoam
to making sure that the services in Lagos Island Maternity, continues to be a better one.
High point of the event was when Vitafoam celebrated the birthday of previous first babies of the year from 2008 to 2014.
We are celebrating the birthday with them, and then to see how they are faring, and as a matter of fact, to show them that we care about them.
We are indeed very grateful, and our prayers is that God Almighty will continue to strengthen the management of Vitafoam.
Management and outstanding members of staff of the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital also benefited from Vitafoam's large heart. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Abimbola Fashola, was on hand to felicitate with the baby of the year, but Vitafoam would not let her go without showing her a bit of the Vitafoam hospitality. The event produced spectacular moments of entertainment and glamour.
Good one, Vitafoam, and congrats to the family with a special baby. Accusation and counter-accusations. Who is to blame for the death of a patient in a hospital in Lagos? You will be the judge after you listen to the arguments put forward by the hospital and the family of the bereaved. You can't miss this and other stories after the break. Stay on the line.
Wherever you find football, you'll find Glow, the greatest supporter of football in Africa.
Knowing only part of a story is not really knowing. When we truly know, we are aware the world is beautiful. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But a truly great picture leaves you breathless. Life is one grand song. And knowing comes from losing yourself in the music. Be the one who knows. Capture every detail of the story with Phantom Z. Techno Phantom Z. For those who know. Techno Mobile. Experience more.
Everybody feel the groove, oh yeah. Everything is better. I take my taste the feeling of Apple La Casera. Get the Apple Fizz.
Morning, Bola. Don't struggle. What do you use? I'm using new Dama. Much more clean power. Gone is all the dirt. And leaves a wonderful scent. Look, white is really white. The color's bright as new. A much better wash. Much better scent. Let me try.
Now available in floral and new lemon fresh. Good Mama knows best.
Obvious.
Johnny S5.5, the slimmest in the world. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
Glad to have you back. The world is presently focusing on gender-based violence with particular emphasis on violence against women. In Nigeria, women's rights groups human rights activists, and some government agencies are vehement about this. They are doing as much as possible to curb the trend. Why does it still appear to be on the rise? What are the implications? Can it really be curtailed? Annie Daniels reports.
When I had a baby, she was just 28 days old. And it all started with, please help me to carry the baby. Her name is Toby, a baby girl. And that was what brought about this wahala. He started beating me. At first, I was so ashamed because both of us were masters holders before we got married. And I dipped my wrapper into my mouth because I don't want people to know. I don't want the neighbors and the family to know that we were fighting.
That was Olutosin Oladoshu narrating her experience. Globally, women are victims of violence, and they are so violated because of their gender. They are battered, raped, and assaulted in many other ways by their husbands, fathers, or men they know one way or the other. In spite of campaigns and programs by government and non-governmental organizations in Nigeria, violence against women appears to be on the rise. Why is this?
The women are succumbed to either they will just say, okay, I don't want to shout, I don't want to make trouble, I want to keep my job, I want to keep my home.
Is it normal for a man to assault a woman physically, verbally, or in any other way, whether or not she is his wife? What is the psychological explanation?
Men believe that because it is their world, men are in charge. So some of them have this belief that they can maltreat a woman, they can beat up a woman anyhow.
These respondents, however, have different explanations.
But some lady believe that if you don't beat them, they won't do the right thing.
She know they do what she will do for house. Or maybe she dey walk around. Now what you go make me beat up?
There have been reports of women in this country who lost their lives as a result of battering. The question on the lips of many is why these women remained in an abusive relationship, even when they had the choice of breaking away.
Especially in our Igbo land, it's believed that a woman's respect is her husband. So if you leave your husband and you are no longer married, people tend to look at you as someone that is a failure.
Newsline approached spiritual leaders for their reaction.
There is nothing like divorce. But if there is violence, if there is any sort of behavior that is really out of hand and is dangerous, it is permitted that there be a separation.
Quran does not allow any men to beat their women. Every one of them should live their way together. People are better than stay there and allow him to beat you to death.
Can a woman exposed to battering and other forms of violence against her person fit in properly in the society?
Some of the women who will have come out, who will have been able to speak out, some of them have been maimed. Some of them have been turned to monsters.
Most of these women, they will withdraw from men because they feel that such men also want to beat them up. It will also affect their interpersonal relationship with people.
As government and non-governmental organizations continue in their efforts to put an end to violence against women, the final word from the psychologist is that real men do not beat up women. Any man who does that needs psychiatric help.
And the person will need to seek religious counseling, or else the person will not stop doing it.
And the battle continues. The positive outcome is that more men and women are joining in to say no to gender-based violence. Change must come no matter how long it takes. Moving on, she was admitted at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital in a very critical condition. The hospital attended to her and she stabilized and got better. However, she lost her life while still in hospital. Her family blames the hospital for her death. The hospital says it is not to blame. Tempers are raging. Who is to blame? Musa Toliat investigates and is asking you to draw your own conclusions.
According to a member of the Oduyoye family, BC Olateru Olagbegi, late Folake Oduyoye was admitted into the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUTH, on the 7th of September 2014 following complications from a cesarean operation carried out on the 30th of August 2014 at a private hospital in Lagos.
She went to a hospital called Midas Hospital, where the deceased husband had paid over 800,000 naira to have a cesarean operation done. They sent her to Luth. And of course, we are very grateful that Luth did what they were supposed to do. And after he was discharged, and then they brought this money, it was too much. The disease had another complication. Then I said, okay, if that is the case, then let us take this woman out to another hospital where she can get treatment.
Husband to the deceased, Yemi Odiyoye, told journalists that the refusal of the hospital's management to let his wife go home after discharging her due to unpaid medical bills led to her death.
My wife was discharged on 31st of October. No more treatment. They did not treat her. They did not, and I was telling them that my wife is coughing because the cough is not breathing well.
Women rights activist Abiola Akiode Afolabi therefore accused the Luth management of complicity in the death of Folake, citing unlawful detention.
That their act contributed to our death. Due to the economic and social status of the couple, it was glaring that they would not be able to pay the fees. And they sent a letter of appeal asking that they should stagger the payment for them so that the payment would be easy. And it was unfortunate that, despite that, Luth refused.
Having listened to the position of the Odiyoye family, Newsline proceeded to the office of the acting chief medical director of Luth for their own side of the story.
It would be preposterous for me, for the hospital, to have treated somebody who had a stroke, who was unconscious, who couldn't breathe by herself, whose kidneys had failed,
drop anchor on the program tonight. Before then, let's take our last commercial break. Stay on the line.
Morning, Bola. Don't struggle. What do you use? I'm using new Obama. Much more clean power. Gone is all the dirt and leaves a wonderful thing. White is really white. The color's bright as new. Much better wash. Much better scent. Let me try.
Now available in floral and new lemon fresh. Good mama knows best.
Obvious.
Love is the greatest of all virtues. The Holy Bible and the Holy Quran tell us so. Not boastful. Love is humble, cool under pressure. Love is hope for the next generation. Love is the North, East, West, and South living in unity. Love is progress despite adversity. It makes the impossible possible. Love is a secure nation with prosperity for all. Love is transformation. We need more love. Good luck, Abele Jonathan. Driven by love for God and country. Mr. President, we appreciate you. We who are with you are so many more than those who are against you. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Thanks for staying on the line. The year 2014 witnessed quite a number of events in different sectors of the nation's economy, including the entertainment industry. Tekla Wilkie, who has a knack for entertainment, attended a whole lot of entertainment events last year. She tells us that there was quite a buzz with the different events and activities showcased by Nigerian artists. With her knowledge of this, she put this report together on Nigeria's entertainment industry in 2014 with a sample of opinions on the way forward.
The entertainment industry in Nigeria has no doubt grown in leaps and bounds, not just in content generation, but in human resource development and job creation. This feat has earned it a major place on the world map and given it recognition as an exporter of Nigeria's cultural heritage.
It's about the gateway into this country now. You see Nigeria through entertainment now. And when you look at it, you attend parties now, even in America, the US, or England, is Nigerian music has been played. So that means we have been accepted. And I think that's a very good plus for the industry.
While a lot still needs to be done to enhance content and harness the potentially skilled personnel that abound in the entertainment sector, Nigerians give kudos to the entertainers for the role they play in relieving them of their stress and challenges.
For me, the lion and the jewel is the top. I love everything the Thespian family does. I think we need to appreciate culture more.
I'm only stuck to comedy actually. I'm stuck to comedy because it brings out the happiness in people.
You find out that the role models that we have in the country now, especially young people, they look up to those in the entertainment world. And for us, we say, okay, how do we kind of like mentor them? You know, can we mentor them? So we have a troupe that we're developing, that we're grooming. You know, we get them mentored by the older stars in the industry, so that when they eventually hit the limelight, they are well-rounded. Then on the other hand, entertainment, give good quality, good content, you know, so that families can sit around and really enjoy what is being done.
The year 2014 witnessed an array of entertainment events from the arts, movies, music, and of course comedy, some of which brought great artists under one roof.
There's so many stories to be told. So I want to say that we are comfortable, from that point of view. But that where the discomfort comes is that efforts are channeled in other directions. People seem to have turned away from the mainstream of traditional values and focusing on other things because of Western civilization.
Newsline made a random sample of which event made the best impact on Nigerians.
Stand Up Nigeria.
Where there was a bit of controversy.
But it's hard to choose, right? You know, the music industry in Nigeria is awesome. Very wonderful artists. And also we have some great directors and actors in Nigeria as well. So for me, I think movies and music will be my preference right now. I also had a good time with Ayo's AY shows as well. So I think overall we've had some awesome ones, and to choose will be quite difficult.
As the nation looks forward to 2015, expectations are high and stakeholders in the entertainment industry assure Nigerians that things can only get better.
The entertainment industry in Nigeria is full of endless possibilities. Thanks for that, Tekla. So far, so good on the first edition of Newsline in the year 2015. Thank you, as always, for your audience. We'll be here again come Sunday next week, God willing, with delightful stories just for you. Yes, wishing you, esteemed viewers, a very fruitful year. Good night and God bless Nigeria.
Just as music and man remain inseparable, same goes for you and my music and I. Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and a repeat broadcast on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. My music and I, refreshing and exciting. Don't miss it.
For some fly pilots.
Watch Newman Street at these times on NTA Entertainment.
To all our friends and families, all our fans and viewers, to all our staff nationwide, joy of the season be with you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a peaceful, joyous, brand new year. Because we care, because we are here, we happily give you the best, the brightest, the biggest deal. Hey, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a peaceful and joyous brand new year.
NTA. It's all about you.
This is the network service of the NTA.